My father forced me through the glass door, calling me worthless. Yet I smiled as blood streamed down my face. You forfeited everything, I declared. Can you imagine the betrayal? One moment, you're fighting for your worth. The next, your own father, the CEO of our family's empire, shoves you, sending you crashing through a glass door. Blood dripping, my expensive silk blouse ruined, but as I lay there, shattered and stunned, all I could do was smile. And I whispered, you just lost everything. Because in that instant, I knew his perfect world was about to crumble. My name is Audrey Lancaster, and at 28 years old, the sound of that shattering glass still echoes in my ears. But my story, the real story, began long before that night. I was born into a world of immense privilege, the only child of Harold and Grace Lancaster. My father had built Lancaster Technologies into a medical device giant, expanding on the foundation my grandfather, William, started in his garage 40 years ago. By the time I arrived, we lived in a sprawling 20,000 square foot estate overlooking the Pacific. My earliest memories are warm, of sitting on my grandfather's knee, listening as he explained how our devices saved lives. Audrey, he'd say, his eyes crinkling with wisdom, one day, all of this will be yours to protect. Remember, business is about more than profit. It's about purpose. My mother, Grace, was the heart of our family and my moral compass. She donated millions to children's hospitals, always insisting I understand that privilege came with profound responsibility. Every Christmas, we'd visit those hospitals, delivering gifts. Look them in the eyes, she taught me. Everyone deserves dignity. Everything changed when I turned 12. Mom was diagnosed with aggressive pancreatic cancer, and within 3 agonizing months, she was gone. My father, he retreated. Into his work, into himself, leaving me alone to navigate a grief so vast it felt like a physical weight. I'd sit in her closet, breathing in the fading scent of her perfume, desperately trying to conjure the sound of her laugh, the warmth of her embrace. Then came Stephanie. Just 11 months after my mother's funeral, my father introduced me to his new girlfriend. 6 weeks later, they were married. She was 20 years his junior, with perfectly manicured nails that, I swear, dug into my shoulder every time she hugged me for the cameras. We are going to be such good friends, she cooed, her smile plastic. Her son, Douglas, a handsome 17-year-old, moved in 2 days later. He immediately became the sole focus of my father's attention. What started as showing him the ropes quickly morphed into actively grooming him as the heir apparent. I was relegated to the background, a silent fixture in family photos, an afterthought. Despite this, I excelled. I graduated valedictorian, earned my business degree from Stanford with highest honors, and completed my MBA by 23. Douglas, meanwhile, barely scraped by with a business degree from a local. Full story video added in below.